Hello food fans, going to have a nice spaghetti meal here on this Friday, and it'll be vegetarian but not vegan, because we have our salad, which has mayonnaise, which contains eggs, but we will have some black beans. These came from Dollar General, I do believe, and some spaghetti sauce, which came from Aldi, and this is the marinara spaghetti sauce, and we'll of course have some spaghetti with our spaghetti sauce. So let's get started. And we'll fog up the lens a little bit here and take the lid off of pot as it boils the water, and I'll get some spaghetti, and we should place the spaghetti, approximately 7 ounces, into the pan here. And I will see to it that this all cooks up to my liking for the tenderness of the spaghetti. And I'll let that boil probably for about close to 10 minutes. This is about the way I like the spaghetti to be. I'll stir it a little bit, let it set for a couple more minutes, and I have drained the water from the can of black beans. I'll put that in there, and I'll also put in the spaghetti sauce, and we'll get ready to eat. And it looks good and smells good, as it always does. I like the black beans. They have a flavor that I'm not sure exactly what the flavor is, other than a black bean flavor. But it's not Italian style spaghetti, and it's not some international cuisine. It's just a good tasting way to fix spaghetti. And we'll take a bite. It is good and flavorful. I'm going to take my salad here, which is my regular salad: cabbage, carrots, tomatoes, relish, mayonnaise, and ketchup, all combined into one delicious salad. I think the salad is quite good for a person as far as vitamins. And the salad tastes good. Cabbage gets some pretty good write-ups on the internet. And I have liked cabbage since I was a little kid. Sauerkraut used to be my favorite food when I was about 3 years old. Put a little bit of grated cheese, this is Parmesan cheese, onto the spaghetti. Get some spaghetti with cheese on it. Looks like snow. We'll talk a little bit about some show business things. In the past year they had the movie about Elvis, and it was a good movie, but there are several things that if I had been advising them to do, I would definitely have advised them some changes in their script. Spaghetti with black beans is good. in the Elvis movie, they didn't show his appearances on Stage Show. Stage Show was a TV program which featured the very first TV appearance of Elvis Presley. And he was brought back for 5 more weeks. He was supposed to be just on one show, but he was so sensational that they kept bringing him back. And by the time he had done his 5th show, stage show, he was #1 entertainer in the country. And the stars of Stage Show were Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey with their orchestras playing the big band music. They were good. I think Sarah Vaughan was a guest star. And I think Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey just thought that Elvis was a novelty act, something to laugh at, bring back, and see how funny this guy is. He moves when he sings. And that was a big, big thing to have happen in the field of music, because most singers up to that point of Elvis appearing on Stage Show, most singers stood still when they sang. Very good spaghetti, somewhat messy. A little black bean here. And also, in the Elvis movie, they showed the actor appearing as Elvis. They showed him at his 1968 comeback special. And they treated that scene as though Elvis didn't do any Christmas music, which he did. He did Blue Christmas. And for some reason, they did not have that. So 2 pivotal events in Elvis's career. His appearance on Stage Show was totally ignored. In the comeback special, they didn't give an accurate portrayal of how important it was that he did sing Blue Christmas. Sort of as a throwaway, he just decided to do it. And it was one of the best parts of the 1968 comeback special. I'll look at some of the entries in my log that I kept when I worked as a movie extra and actor back in mostly the 1980s. And I don't know what I will be talking about until I open the binder here. I don't know. Let's see if I can read my writing. Gremlins. I was a small town person, and this was 4/29/83, April 29th of 83. After that, I did Lonely Guy. That was a movie with Steve Martin. I think Charles Grodin was in that movie also. but the scene I did was with Steve Martin. Pretty sure it was on the Queen Mary, but there's no note here. Only guy. I was something. I was Autumn Leaves costume. Grim Reaper on Queen Mary. I remember being on the Queen Mary, but I thought I was sitting at a table while the show was going on. Next was Speedy Muffler. That was a commercial, and this was 5/11/83 and 5/12/83. Commercials paid a lot more money than regular jobs, and I was standing in on that commercial, so I was getting some extra money. Speedy Muffler King. That was what was his name from Hill Street Blues? Salad is gone. Mike McConrad, I think, was his name. Speedy Muffler King. Commercial. I was stand-in for Michael Conrad, muffler shop manager. It was a good job. Next was Sunset Limo. I was a businessman, customer in motel. What date was that? That was 5/17, May 17th of 83. Night Rider, I worked Night Rider quite often with the automobile that talked, and David Hasselhoff. David Hasselhoff was real nice to his fans. He would set aside a certain amount of time every day when we were on location somewhere, and he would do nothing but sign autographs. He was really thankful for his fans, so David Hasselhoff was a good guy to work with. Root beer time. Root beer is good. This came from Kroger, and it was $1 for each 2-liter bottle. I'm not sure if that price is still happening. Prices go up and down very fast here, and mostly up. I hope you're having a good day. It's nice of you to come by and visit for a while. Let's see what other notes I've got here. Sunset Limo, Night Rider, Sparkling Cyanide. I was on location at a dance hall, and I think Harry Morgan was starring in that, Sparkling Cyanide. I was a patron in a restaurant. I know we danced. Can't read that writing of mine. That was February 5th, 23rd. Let me try that again. 5/23/83, May 23rd of 83. I think it was several days. Racing with the Moon, I worked that. On what day? 6/10, June 10th of 83. But my handwriting doesn't get better as it gets older. High something here, but I'm not sure what it is. Lampoon. Well, let's go here. Knots Landing. I was a light technician. And let's see if we can find something more bombastic here. Okay, here's 11/29/83, November 29th, 83. I worked on TJ Hooker. That was always fun to work on. I was a pedestrian. Something. Can't read my writing there. I was a pedestrian. Best defense, a rush call. That was the one where I was at the dentist's office, and my beeper went off, and I was needed at Paramount right away, and I got a real good job that had they had to put hair on me, a beard, which was $17 more, and anyway, best defense. And I got upgraded on that, and I got checks for years from that. Where is the date? Best defense, rush call. I didn't put down the date. Anyway, if you do get into show business, whether it's singing, dancing, being funny, doing a comedy act, whatever, I recommend keeping a log of what you do and who you do it with. Some of the people that you work with, when you are starting out, you might work as an extra, and you'll meet some other extras, and later on those extras will become movie stars. It does happen. The black beans are good with spaghetti, and I also have spaghetti sauce mixed in with it. And if you have special skills and abilities, you might let casting know about it if you're a especially good dancer or athlete of some sort. There were a lot of people in Screen Extras Guild when Screen Extras had a guild of their own. A lot of the people who were in the extra work arena were discovered, if you want to use that term, at a gym, working out. Maybe they were boxing, sparring, or maybe they were playing baseball somewhere, and they happened to have some sort of sporting ability that came in handy for some movie later on. They might be standing in for someone or doing a photo double for someone. Whatever it is you do that you're good at, driving a regular automobile, I shouldn't say regular automobile because they're not regular anymore, but the 3-speed H slot transmissions That's considered special skill. We've found a park, TK and I. TK has the Wink, THEWNK channel at YouTube, and he and I are going to work on having some sort of meetup, but it won't be a real big meetup with thousands of people. And this is the park where we would meet.
Oh, okay.
TK and I are working on a studio where we can do better editing. The cameras I use are Canon, C-A-N-O-N, Vixia, Canon no longer makes the type of camera I use. I like the Canon Vixia cameras because I can plug a microphone into the camera. The microphone is not plugged in. But the Canons have pretty good audio anyway. But like I say, they don't make them anymore. They make Canons, but not the model that I have. Last time I looked at 431,000 subscribers. Thank you. We might get to 500,000 this year. We'll have watermelon season here pretty soon, but we need to do the outdoor watermelon videos. There will be ones when we get a chance. But we have to have a day when there's not a lot of wind outside. I am fortunate to be able to eat whatever I decide I want to eat. I don't think there's anything that gives me a problem eating wise. I don't drink, I don't smoke. No medication. I feel fine. I am getting older and moving more slowly. Much more slowly. Root beer time. We will have a secret dessert. Who's your favorite YouTuber? What camera and editing software do you use for your YouTube videos? Time for the secret dessert. And the secret dessert is fruit cocktail. And this is a can that you open without a can opener. And I had it stored in the cupboard upside down. They always have the red cherries on top, so I'm going to see if the red cherries are on the bottom when I store it upside down, or if they still are on top, where they actually packed on top somehow. And there we go. First thing I see as I open the lid is cherries. We have some cherries here. And what I'll do is eat some of the pears and the peaches. I like to save the cherries till last. And this came from Aldi. I'm not sure how much it costs. It's been several months ago I bought this. But the store prices are definitely going up. All the stores have incentives. They have some items low priced. It says grapes. By the way, the grapes on my property are starting to appear. Also, I will soon have blackberries. Then cherries. The cherries are small and green right now. Thank you so much for coming over. It was nice of you to stop by. As I said, it's going to be raining later on. Hope all is going well for you, and I thank you very much for watching.